All right, hello everybody. I'm very late. That's because I had exams today. So let's just go ahead and jump into all of the Vanguard news that we got today during the Tuesday live stream. So we're gonna start off with TCG, and then we're gonna go to Vanguard Zero after that. So first off, we have notice for the Fighters Rule update. This is the Premium Banlist. This is going to go into effect Friday, October 1st, for the premium format of the game. And then for dealer information, it's going to be on the official Bushiroad Fighters website. So let's go ahead and go into what was hit and what was all affected in this ban list. First off, we have a choice restriction between Ultima and the Overtriggers. So if you use an Overtrigger in your deck, you cannot use Ultima in your deck and vice versa. So this is going to affect all of the Keter Sanctuary decks. So that's going to be like in Premium, so it's going to be any Royal Paladin deck, any Angel Fetter, any Shadow Paladin, or any Gold Paladin deck. They are, if you run an Overtrigger, you cannot use Ultima, and if you use Ultima, you cannot run the Overtrigger. Excuse me. Next up, we have a choice restriction on Fina in Potpourri. This one, I believe it was a very minor loop, but it still got hit because they hit a lot of other loops. Because as we see right next to it for Dark Irregulars, we have a choice restriction between Dantarian and Ashuraha. So this was hit because of a very not fun interaction where your opponent would basically, if they were running Dantarian, if they were running this combo, they would not be able to die. They would have consistent 40,000 shields, and that's not fun to play against when you just can't hit them. You cannot interact with them, and you cannot do anything to them. And that's why this was choice restricted and why that deck was hit. Next up, we have a choice restriction between Purple Trapezist, Jumping Jill, and Flying Periton. Now, Purple Trapezist and Jumping Jill were already choice restricted together. They just added Flying Peritron onto that, so now you can only run Purple Trapezist or Jumping Jill or Flying Periton. You cannot run the three of them in the same deck together. Next up, we're getting into banned cards, and I believe most of y'all are immediately going to train your eyes on the fact that Zarzan is now finally it is banned. It went from 1 to banned. This card is absolutely degenerate. It is one of the worst mistakes the game has ever put out, and thank God it is finally banned. Next to it, Tempest Sphere. This one was less problematic, but it was still like your deck would, if you would need to rely on this card if you were going to run it. It was that good. It made the game too fast because you were able to generation break so much quicker just if you had damage and you had this card. It like I said, it made the game too fast. Hitting Tempest Sphere makes the game slow down significantly and allows more control-y, slower decks to rise in format. For Shadow Paladin, we have a ban on Bendy. This hits the Shadow Paladin Superior Ride engine, so once again, this allows the game to slow down a bit. A Genesis ban for Taro. This was the main contributor to the Fenrir loop and allowed Fenrir to just do a shit ton of multi-attacks. If you didn't want to ban this, you'd have to ban a lot of cards around it, and then you'd end up banning more cards than if you just banned Taro. So I think this was the correct choice for a hit. More bans. For Nubatama, we have Jemmy Kongo. Thank you. For Murakumo, Nuadayo. Thank you. Once again for Murakumo, Tanba. Very much so, thank you again. And then Link Joker, Zinc. This is a bit weird. It's a bit weird. I don't know why they did it. I think it's because my thought is that it gives Chaos way too many resources now that the format is slowing down because they're hitting all of these degenerate combos and degenerate strategies. So I mean, I guess that's fine. Sure. Why not? I mean, I personally don't play Link Joker, so I don't know the full impact that banning Zinc's gonna have on the deck. I'm pretty sure Chaos is still gonna be viable. Probably? who knows? Like, if you're a Link Joker main, let me know down in the comments. Okay, more bans. Gastille. Oh, I can't believe they banned Gastille. You wanna know why? They just reprinted this card. Like, literally, in Revival Selection, they just reprinted this card. I'm so very happy. I mean, the cards that you can get in Revival Selection for Dark Irregulars, it's still good. You still have a lot of good cards in there, even though they just banned Gastille. For Pale Moon, they banned Songster. Yes, please, ban the Songster. Ban Songster Loop. It's not fun to play against at all. I hate it. I don't like playing against it. It is... Thank you. And then they banned Troy in Bermuda Triangle. This is so that way the Riviere Superior ride, it doesn't break the format now that the format's slowing down a bit. Alrighty. And then we have an update regarding the stand trigger rulings. So, rearguards that stand by a stand trigger cannot perform drive checks until the end of turn. Note, if a rearguard reveals a stand trigger for its drive check, and that rearguard stands by its effect, that drive check will be performed. So, what that means is, with cards like Valkyrian and the Vision Token, if you attack with them, and then check a stand trigger through their effect on rearguard circle, you can restand them. It's just that when you attack with them again, they will no longer be able to perform a drive check. So these multi-attack combos, you can only really perform them once with their own card. I believe Vision Token can do it a bit more because of how the Vanguard restands, but I haven't quite tested it yet. I haven't had time to do any testing because I just finished exams for today and all my classes. So like I said, I'm making this video very late because of that. So I've yet to test. I just got home, compiled all the information, and then I got this news video ready for y'all. Alright, next up we're going to go over some TCG card reveals. These are for Minami Mirei's Start Deck 06. So first off, we have the starter, Sealed Blaze Dragon Arinsa, and it has the basic starter effect. When this unit is rolled upon, if you win second, draw a card. Next up, we have a Grade 1 Sealed Blaze Dragon Namorkar. I still can't pronounce these names yet. Alright, Auto. So Auto, when this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle by writing from Sealed Blaze Dragon Arinsa, which is the starter, costs Soul Blast 1, search your deck for up to 1 Sealed Blaze Sword. The sword or Sealed Blaze or the blaze or the shield. Reveal it, put that card into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Auto and Rearguard Circle, when this unit attacks, this unit gets plus 2,000 power until the end of the turn, so it's going to be a 10k attacker on Rearguard Circle. Next up, we have a Grade 2 Sealed Blaze Dragon Hail Vajra. I believe that's how it's pronounced. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle by writing Sealed Blaze Dragon Namorkar, choose an arms card from your drop zone, put it into your hand, Auto and Rearguard Circle, when this unit attacks, if your Vanguard is armed, that's a new keyword, this unit gets power plus 5,000 until the end of that battle. So if your Vanguard is armed, it's a 15k attacker. Now, you might be wondering, what does armed mean? That's a new keyword. We've never seen that before. Well, glad you asked. Oh, yeah, that's the art. I forgot to click to the new art. That's the Grade 1. This is the Grade 2. That is my bad. So, a Grade 3 order card, Sealed Blaze Shield Swainba. I'm just gonna call it Sealed Blaze Shield. So it is a left deity arms, and it has the name, as well as the effect. After being played, the specified Vanguard arms it. If a new left deity arms is armed, put this card into your drop zone. Its cost, play this card with cost Counterblast 1. Auto on Vanguard Circle. For an order card. Once per turn, when the unit armed with this card attacks... When the unit armed with this card is attacked, that armed unit gets power plus 10,000 until the end of that battle. So this is essentially a once per turn 10k shield by playing it with Counterblast 1. For the whole match. Like for the whole game. You play this card with Counterblast 1, and then you basically have a static plus 10,000 shield once per turn. Which I think is actually pretty good. I love defensive options in my deck. Next up, we have Sealed Blaze Sword, and I'm not going to try to pronounce its name. This is a right deity arms, so this is on the right side as opposed to the left side. With Sealed Blaze Maiden Bavsragara. Same, the shield also had the same condition. So you have to play this while your Vanguard is Sealed Blaze Maiden Bavsgara. So after being played, the specified Vanguard arms it. If a new right deity arms is armed, put this unit into the drop zone. So the same thing for the left side, for the right side. You play this card with cost Soul Blast 1 as opposed to the Counter Blast 1 from the shield. So its effect, Auto on Vanguard Circle. When this unit armed with this card attacks, that armed unit gets plus 10,000 power until the end of turn. Until the end of battle, my bad. At the end of the battle, if your opponent's damage zone has 4 or less cards, cost Counterblast 2, put this card into your drop, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards, and deal 1 damage to it. That's pretty good, and I really like this. It's similar to how the shield is a guaranteed plus 10,000 shield once per turn. This is a guaranteed plus 10,000 power until the end of a battle. So if you somehow manage to restand the Vanguard, you will once again get that. So essentially your Vanguard is swinging for 23k attack base if you have this card, and then 33 base on a Persona right turn. And then also you have the option of dealing one free damage that is non-lethal, so you can get one step closer to dealing lethal damage on, let's say, your Persona ride turn. Next up, we have the Lady of the Hour herself, Sealed Blaze Maiden Bavsragara. Her effects, Auto on Vanguard Circle once per turn. When this unit is armed, Soul Charge 1, choose a grade 1 or less card from your drop zone and call it to Rearguard Circle. This has synergy with Trickstar, so you can run the little overdress package in this deck as well. Its second effect, act on Vanguard Circle once per turn. If this unit is armed with 2 or more cards, cost Soul Blast 2, retire all of your opponent's front row rearguards, and this unit gets critical +1 until the end of turn. One thing to note about these cards, these 2 cards are still orders, so you are only allowed to play one of these cards per turn. So you would do one of these cards on your first grade 3 turn, possibly Persona Ride, and then play the other card. A ruling that they discussed on the live stream is that if you Persona Ride, because it is the same Vanguard, your deity arms are not affected. But if you were to ride a different grade 3 Vanguard, your deity arms would be sent to drop zone. Next up, we're going to go into the Zero news now. So the first card that we got revealed for today, before we got all into more of the G news, we got revealed Dragonic Overlord the Cross. Now it is a Legion with Dragonic Overlord the End, and its effects are, when you Legion, put a card that has the same name as your Vanguard from your hand to your deck, so you can send back triggers from hand to deck. Its second effect, on Vanguard Circle, at the end of the battle, this unit attacks. If the attack did not hit, Counter Blast 1 and Persona Blast to retire 2 of your opponent's rear guards. So if they manage to guard it, you can just pop 2 rear guards, and then you're doing good. They have less rear guards to contend with now. They need to commit more resources to board if they want to try to kill you that turn. Next up, we have, if I can find it, nope, there it is. Rear guard. So this is a rear guard. This is Lizard Soldier Grom. When placed, Soul Blast 2, Countercharge 2. It's pretty good. Nice little resource card. Next up, we got the reveals for the first ranked season for the G format. I think we are getting alternate art Chronojet, as well as 2 different sleeves as rewards. They are, of course, Dragonic Blade Master and Interdimensional Dragon Fate Rider Dragon. And I really like this alternate art for Chronojet. It's very, very, very good. Illustrated by Tomo. It's gonna look good. Next up, we got a bit of news that I wasn't too very happy seeing. Skins will be distributed by using G-Skin medals. You are able to get G-Skin medals by paying 1,220 yen, or about roughly $10 to $12 USD. And that's, you get 1 G skin medal, or you can pay 3,300 yen, which is roughly $33 USD, to get 1,500 paid gems along with a G skin medal. Now, here's the thing. They are also discontinuing V medals from the gacha, meaning if you want to get skins, you gotta get these G skin medals. Now, as far as I know, we are getting... Okay, sorry about that. I got an alert and I had to cut that out. So, as I was saying, G skin medals, we are getting one from the Fighter's Quest, I believe, so I'm gonna get that. I'm just gonna save that for Tokaha. I'm not spending money on this. I very much so dislike that they did this. Alright, login rewards for the start of G. So if you create a new account, if you've never played Vanguard 0 up until when G is released, so October 1st, if you are a new player, you get these set of login rewards. You get 100 OG pack tickets, you get 1 super deck medal, 15 V coupons, 300 gems, 50 V medals, another 15 V coupons, and along with another super deck medal. If you are a returning player that has not played since January, February, March, April, since May 1st, you will instead be getting 80 pack tickets, the 80 original pack tickets, 15 V coupons, 50 V medals, 300 gems, and another 15 V coupons. So that's a nice little incentive to bring older players back into the game, maybe people that haven't started it yet and want to get into Vanguard 0. These are nice little login rewards that I think will bring in a lot more people, especially since G is probably the most fondly remembered format of the game. Oh, we already did that. Alrighty, we got a new type of Perfect Guard. So, its effect reads, when this Vanguard is hit, if you would lose if you do not guard, you Perfect Guard, and then you do not die. If there is a Steam Maiden Arlen, which is the name of this card, in your drop zone, you countercharge 1. These are the countercharging Perfect Guards, and every clan will be getting one of these eventually. In the G set 1, we will be getting this along with the one for not Dragon Empire. I'm in overdress mode right now. For Kagero and for Royal Paladin. Next up, we got another great grade 4 Flame Emperor Dragon King Root Flare Dragon. Its effect reads stride, so you have to perform the stride effect in order to stride this from face down, and then on Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 2, once per turn, G Persona Blast, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire all of your opponent's rear guards in the same column as that unit. It's okay, not the best. It's a good, I guess, like, you can use it to pop intercepts on your quite possibly lethal turn. It's fine. And then the final card that we got revealed, Energy Flame Air Aethonic. That's how you pronounce that. On Rearguard Circle, when your opponent's rearguard is retired by a card effect, put this card to your soul, countercharge 2. It's very good resources, especially in Kagero, where you are using so much counterblast to retire things. This is very nice. You get soul and you get countercharge. It is great. And that is all the news that I have from today's stream. I'm very tired. I need to go eat dinner. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more of these Vanguard news videos. I will be having my discussion of Kamen Rider Revice, both episodes, both of the 2 newest episodes, as I missed last week, so I'm just gonna lump them both into one video. See you guys next time.